guys, my name is Barbie and welcome back to my channel. And I have been a freelancer for almost 9 or 8 years now. So for today, I'm going to share with you guys how to start working at home or how to start freelancing. So the first thing that you need is to have a very reliable internet connection. There's a couple of options here in the Philippines. One is PLDT fiber, and then second is the Globe fiber. So both of them are good in getting the job done. For me, I have PLDT fiber, and so far they have been good. Sometimes there are weeks that they are not working. If ever you're going to work online, you also need to make sure that you have a backup internet, because in case that there are emergencies, that your client sends you a project that needs to be done ASAP, at least you're always online to get the job done and respond to them. So next one on the list for how to start a freelancing is having a good, or at least a reliable laptop or a PC. I started with an Asus laptop before, and then my client bought me a MacBook Air, and that's where I started to shift to the MacBooks. So what I'm using right now for my laptop is the MacBook 12-inch, and also I have the old MacBook Air, which I've been using as my backup computer, just in case that my main computer is not working. At least I have a backup computer. So going back to that one, at least you need to also, if ever you're planning to work online, just make sure that you have backups for everything, like backup for internet, backup for your computer, backup for your files, and stuff like that, because you never know when you need stuff that the clients need. So at least make sure that you have one ready and available. Okay, so next, the third one that you also need to have is a headphone or a headset. So I actually have a couple. So this is the one that I'm using. This is actually a wired headphone, and I also have a headset as well. So the reason why you need to have a headset or a headphone is that during interviews, most of the time we'll do video calls. So it would be best if you have a headset or headphone that also has noise cancellation. Like, we used to live in Makati, and then I had a lot of neighbors there that had a lot of pets, including roosters, and they have a lot. So during interviews, I usually pass during the first interview, which is chat or via email, but I get declined whenever I do a video call, especially if they hear those neighbors' pets. So that's one thing that we need to consider, is getting a good headset with noise cancellation. And also, you can use that when to entertain you during, if ever you already have a client, you can use that as your entertainment. So you can just play music when you're trying to work, or if ever you have any files that needs translated, or anything that involves using a headset, at least you have one available already. Next on my list is the fourth one is a smartphone. Yes, a smartphone. And that doesn't mean that you can work on a smartphone, guys, okay? Just take note. But you can use it to work as well, but only for tasks that you can just, use your phone with. So just checking emails or statuses. Actually, it depends on what type of jobs that you have, or what type of task that your client needs. If ever he's okay with you using a smartphone, then that's fine. But I would really suggest that you really have or use a laptop or a PC if ever you're working, and not just a smartphone. The smartphone is just for backup, guys, but I don't really suggest that you work using your phone. Always remember, responding to a client on time is very, very crucial in building a relationship with your client. Because if ever you're very fast in responding to him, that would mean that you value him as a client. Having a smartphone for me is, being able to communicate with your client 24/7. So if ever he has any task or he tries to message you by Skype or by Facebook or by email, at least you can respond to him on time. And aside from that, you can also use your smartphone as your backup. If ever you're traveling, you can use that hotspot features on your phone for connecting your computer or your laptop to it. So if ever the area that you are going to, or if ever you're going out, or if ever your location doesn't have any Wi-Fi, at least you have a backup Wi-Fi hotspot. So you can use your smartphone as a Wi-Fi hotspot. I have my phone for almost 4 years. I have the iPhone 7. So most of the videos that you see on my blogs are mostly from my iPhone. But so far, so good. The iPhone 7 Plus is very, very good. I've been using it for like 4 or 5 years now, and it's still alive after swimming in the ocean as well. Just kidding. So you can check out my Siargao video for that one. Going back to the topic, always make sure that you have a smartphone that you can use as a backup for communicating with your client, one, and also use it as a hotspot. If ever the area that you have or you're in doesn't have any Wi-Fi connection, so at least you can just register to a service and then just use it to connect to your computer or your laptop. So next on my list is notebooks and pens. Yes, notebooks and pens. It may sound old school, but it is very, very, very useful for taking down notes if ever you have a client. I know you can just use you can use the notepads in your phone. For me, it's still best to write it down on a notebook or a pen, because just in case that your computer crash, or we don't want that to happen, but at least you have a hard copy of those files or those notes that you have. I have a lot of notebooks with me, so I have one for a specific views. I have one for just taking down notes on whatever personal stuff that I have. If you're juggling from clients to client, I would just suggest that you have one notebook per client. Take down notes for that client is all in that notebook. So I still have it, and I've still been keeping it just in case. One day some of my old clients will message me back and then ask me for some information that they have given me. At least I know how to respond to them or answer them back, even if they're not my clients anymore. So I've been sticking to one client for the past 5 years now, because I already have 3 kids. So it would be better if you have 1 to 2 clients that are long term. So at least because that's the purpose of working online. You have something to support your needs, support your family's needs, and I don't think it would be best if you have like 3 to 5 clients, not unless you have VAs to work for you. Last but not least is a vision board. Yes, a vision board. You might be asking, what is a vision board? So a vision board is actually any board that you have available. So I wanted to show you this. This is just a cork board, but before I have those my vision board looks like a kid's board. Show it to you in a picture below. I'll insert a clip with a picture of how my vision board looks like before. And now, since I was able to achieve all my dreams and my vision boards, I only have just my schedules, my daily schedules on my vision board. But soon enough, I'll be putting more notes in here. I'm just too lazy to put it there. So again, just a recap on what I explained in the video. So first and foremost, you need to have a reliable internet connection and a backup. Then second, you need to have a laptop or a PC or a computer you can use to work. Third one is a headphone or a headset. It would be best if you have a noise cancellation feature in your headset or your headphone. Fourth one is a smartphone. So any smartphone would do, as long as it also can serve as a hotspot for your computer, just in case that there's no available internet connection in your area. At least you can use that as a backup. And then fifth is a notebook and pen. Okay, so again, for taking down notes for your client, at least make sure to have one notebook for every client that you have. And then last one is a vision board. I know it's corny, yes, to have a vision board, but at least if ever you get stressed out, working from home is not that easy. You get easily stressed out. You don't have any colleagues that you can talk to, especially if you're starting out with a client. You have a lot of questions, like you want to ask this and that, and you don't have anyone to ask to, or anyone to be exact. So you have only yourself and your computer. So just make sure that your vision board has all this inspiring stuff that can keep you motivated to work and what are your goals. So fill it in with any pictures, messages, or quotes that you have in mind that can keep you inspired to keep on working. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you like my video, and on my next video I'll be sharing to you the tips on how to apply for a job online. And if ever you're new to my channel, please make sure and don't forget to subscribe. Just click on the subscribe button and then the like button as well, and then comment below if ever you have any suggestions or any questions that you have. So again, guys, thank you for watching.